After tornadoes ripped through central Illinois last November, and with severe weather season approaching, it's best to have a plan and be prepared.
Joining us with some best safety practices is Dan Epstein from Champaign Surplus. Welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, so, mentioning severe weather, I don't know why I am so naive, but I tend to think when I'm watching the weather and severe weather's approaching, yeah, that's not going to happen to me. I'm going to be fine. My house is going to be fine. But not always the case. We need to be prepared.
Right. And we always think of that. We always think of severe weather, and we always think of worst case scenario. But it could also be a power outage. It could be a water outage. I mean, there's lots of things that we need to be prepared for that we're not used to when our modern day conveniences go away for a short period of time.
Yeah. Okay. And you've got some great ideas for putting together a survival kit. What goes in one?
Well, the first thing we do is we're not the experts at determining what should be in there. So we go to the Champaign County Emergency Management Agency website, and on there they have links to all different lists that you should have to be prepared for different events. And we actually, when we go to fill the store with product, we actually go to the list, we print it out, and we figure out, okay, what are the things that we should have that our customers are going to be looking for.
Yeah.
And we have a variety of different things. And so some of the things that we've started to carry are, this is your basic flashlight, except as we have in our house, we always run out of batteries, especially with a 3-year-old. We're always out of batteries.
I'm sure.
So this is just a hand crank flashlight that you can just leave anywhere around in your house, and you can see it's a pretty bright flashlight.
Yeah.
And it's also got a clip, so you could clip it on to different places in your home or different backpack or whatever it may be, and that way it's always handy, ready to go. You never have to worry about the batteries are out.
Yeah, that's very clever.
So very handy.
It looks like LED bulbs, so that's going to last a really long time.
Correct. So you can leave this, you can leave it stored, you don't have to use it for a long period of time, and when you need it, it's ready to go.
Okay, something else I was also thinking, when back to November, during those tornadoes, I was watching Derek on the news, probably like a lot of other people at home, my cable goes out.
Right.
My power goes out, and so then I don't know what's going on or what's happening, and I don't know what's going on around me. But you've got a radio.
We do. So similar to the flashlight, we have a weather radio. So this is a hand crank operated weather radio, and this is kind of an all-in-one product. So it's charged up, and you can turn in, you can hear what's going on. Again, you don't need batteries. It's got a little bit of a flashlight on it as well. It's got a solar power charger, so if you need to charge it.
And it can also charge your phone.
Correct.
That's awesome.
So you can, so if you need to make that emergency call and your phone doesn't have batteries, you can again crank this up and you plug your phone into it and you can get enough charge into your phone to be able to make that phone call.
Yeah,
that's great. I've had that thought, like,
my phone's
dead. I need help. What are you going to do?
Right, exactly. So these are handy. It's an all-in-one, and it's durable. You can see, it's hard to break these, and they're very, very handy to have around, just in case.
What else would be handy to have around?
Well, we have a number of different things. So things, just some simple. This is a waterproof notebook. So you can literally write on it. If it's raining out, you need to leave a note for somebody. You need to do whatever you can. The paper is waterproof, right?
Oh, wow.
So you can write on it.
What does it feel like?
What does it feel like? Tell us.
It feels like paper, a lot like paper.
Yeah, it feels the same, but as you run water off it, the ink won't run off of it.
So can you write with a pencil?
You can, there's a special pen that you have to write with it, and you just clip it right onto it and have it. Yeah, but if you need to leave a note for somebody or leave directions or instructions, these are really handy, especially if you don't know what the conditions are going to be like.
Okay, what is this thing?
It's another flashlight. It's a headlamp.
Oh, I've seen those on Amazing Race.
Right. So the nice thing is that if you need it, it's there, and then you've got your hands free.
Yeah.
Right. So if you need to carry things, or you need to be looking for it, carry your
something
child,
like
exactly. You can also clip these up to a ceiling, to a tent, to wherever you need to be, and then you can have it stationary as well. So they're really handy.
And speaking of tents,
we've
got some great ones.
We do. So we have one of the things that's recommended on the list is to have a tent, just a basic emergency shelter. We have one here. You never know if you'll need it for yourself or just to keep things dry or whatever it may be. So we have a number of different tents, and you can see they're pretty small and can be kept in a basement or a car or somewhere compact.
Yeah.
And is this a two-person?
This is a two-person tent.
Okay.
Right. So just a real basic small. And in addition to that, we've also brought, this is a sleeping bag that we brought again. As you can see, it's pretty compact, and it actually has a couple different degree ratings. So it can be, you flip it on one side and it'll keep you warmer in cool weather. If it's too warm, you flip it back over.
My word, that's a smart sleeping bag.
Right.
It's nice. I think I have 2 sleeping bags, but one's lighter and one's heavier.
Right, exactly. So this, as you flip it, the insulation won't be as warm, and so depending if it's summer or it's winter, you can flip it one way or the other.
That is so cool.
And have it all in one.
Very fun. Okay,
Yep.
so what have we got over here? What do we need some wash for?
So this is just basic camp wash, but again, if you need soap to make sure you clean your hands or clean your clothes, whatever it may be, we carry Wilderness Wash, which you can use on a number of different products and yourself.
And then what's special about these matches?
These matches are waterproof matches. So that you can use them if they get wet.
Rained on
Exactly, and then still be able to use them. And then they come in this little waterproof case as well, so that way you
Nice. Okay, and we gotta eat.
You gotta eat. Yeah. So we have a number of different freeze-dried foods. We brought a couple here. I forgot which flavors we've got there.
I saw fettuccine.
And granola with
Alfredo.
bananas and milk, and strawberry cheesecake.
Right. The desserts are always the most popular.
Yeah.
I bet so.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Do you add water? How does this work?
You add water.
Yeah.
Add water. Some of them are boiling water. Some of them are just cold water. You leave it. You zip it up for about 15 minutes, and then it's ready to go.
Yeah.
This might be better than my normal lunch that I bring to
Jesus, I know. It would be. And we gotta have our clothes.
Right. Exactly.
So add those in a survival kit as well.
Exactly. So one of the things that's recommended is to have extra clothes, and what we brought today is some thermal underwear. We don't think of that a lot of times in the summer, but again, depending if you're cold or you need something, a nice thin layer like that will be perfect in the summer.
And all of this is available at Champaign Surplus. I was worried about you with that hard winter that maybe you ran out of like winter survival or surplus.
We
but
still
you're good.
carry it. We carry it all year round. We've got it. Yep.
I got to make sure you got enough for your big sale that I like to shop at. So it is Dan Epstein with Champaign Surplus, and if you need any more information on what you should include in your emergency kit, definitely go to CILiving.tv after today's show, and we'll get you connected with them.
Sounds good.